Hello, Facebook world. Oh, Rochelle Richard here, founder, CEO, and self-love empowerment coach of Empowerment Experiences. And let me preface before I even dive in today that even I am recognizing all the facets of growth that I am experiencing through these times, through these challenging times, right? Challenging. And a challenge is defined as an opportunity for growth. And we are all experiencing this time as a challenge. We are all being given this opportunity to grow. Or we can choose to not. Either way, life is still moving. We're still moving forward. Things are still unfolding. Time is still passing by, right? And that is why this morning I admit I didn't know exactly what my topic was going to be for today. Yet I understand very well that our purpose is always in our journey. And so oftentimes the message comes in the very moment it's needed. As so often has happened for me, and did so this morning. You see, there are many reasons why right now awareness is a necessity for us. It's vital. It's imperative. It's a necessity for us to be more of an observer right now. To, yes, take in information, but allow yourself to process through it. Allow yourself to feel into it. Rather than being reactionary to it, to give yourself an opportunity to be responsive. Because even I can admit in my own state of allowing certain amounts of the fear to seep into me, or not even seep into me, to actually amplify what fears lie beneath the surface already in me. Because that's the key. When the world is a reflection of us, showing us what wounds we have within ourselves to be healed. This is why awareness is so important right now, because that's what's happening right now. We are in a great time of healing. And so it's up to us to be aware of what is rising within us, what is being revealed unto us, ourselves. Because as we each individually heal, the collective heals. And you see, even I can acknowledge that I myself, in my awareness, recognized this morning that I reacted in a moment. I admit I was up very late last night taking in way too much information. And as a sensitive, a highly sensitive empath, an intuitive, it is so important that we be taking care of ourselves. And I mean true self-care, which is a facet of self-love. Being aware and recognizing that, oh my gosh, this staying up late, this taking in all of this information, and at the same time being a light in the darkness for so many, that it's even more important for I myself to be aware of going, oof, I got to disconnect completely so that I can reconnect. So that I can then again become more of an observer in my journey. So then I can actually be gaining more and more control over myself. Because you see, dear goddesses, the one place that you can truly only ever have control is over you. How you choose to respond or react to the world around you. And when we react, we give away our power. We allow something outside of ourselves to trigger us, to have control over what is happening inside of us. Being afraid, being angry, being judgmental, resentful. All of those external expressions, those internal triggers, is showing us exactly that internal trigger. What wound inside of us needs to be looked at, needs that light to shine upon it so that we can heal that. Because this morning, I am very much that person. All of my goddesses in my goddess tribe, they're very used to me being extremely transparent in my journey and sharing my own growth, so that they recognize, and all of you can recognize, that I'm still human in this world too. I'm still very much on my going and growing self-love empowerment journey, stepping out of my comfort zone. I know that space very well. And so being in that space of going, I reacted this morning. I allowed myself to become aware and recognize that I stayed up late last night taking in all of these things, all this information, because I am one of those where I like to look at as much information as possible, take it in, and make my own opinions about things. To question everything and recognize that the one real truth that I could ever have is my own. Because I can only ever experience the world through my own lenses, as each and every one of us can. And that's it. That's what makes humanity so incredible, is that each and every single one of us brings to the table our own unique light, our own unique perspective. Because no two people experience this world the same. And that's one of the great places of where you find your power, is you stand in your truth, but you've got to uncover what that is for yourself. And it was only recently, like just over a week ago, when I really began to step out and express my opinions and perspectives about what is unfolding. I'm certainly not going to be putting them out there right here. That's not what this is about. This is about me helping to show you, through my own experience, my own journey, how to find your power in your journey. So in becoming the awareness, in becoming the observer, I was able to expand my awareness and reflect this morning and go, staying up late, consuming too much information, not taking that necessary time to hold space for myself and allow these things to process, to integrate. And I fell asleep with the phone in my room, in my bedroom. First and foremost, I implore all of you, don't take your devices to bed with you. Don't. It is so important that the very first thing in the morning that you do is not to roll over and give your power away to something like this. Because that's what happens, is we pick this up, and that's exactly what I did this morning. As I rolled over and I went, I picked it up, and all of a sudden I'm on there, and it's like, I have certainly learned morning routine, Rochelle, morning routine. Come into your meditation, yoga, journaling, mindset. Otherwise, instantly you get vacuum sucked out into the world. That's where your energy goes. That's where your power is going. Instead of grounding into it yourself first thing in the morning, being aware of where your state of being is. But that's what's so beautiful, I feel, for myself in my own journey, is being able to step back and acknowledge that, in my awareness, I can clearly see this, and this. But then this is when I remind everybody that, you see, awareness has a twin sister. And that twin is called grace. Grace. Because what so often happens is when you become aware that, oh, I did that, I own that, I stand in my power, I take responsibility for that. What so often happens is then all of a sudden there comes that mean girl ego going, it's all your fault, and wants to, which then what happens? You end up really not feeling good. Really not feeling good about yourself, about anything. And then that becomes your point of attraction. And then you just keep going downhill. But you see, when you can begin to recognize that, wait a minute, I have the power. I choose. I am choosing to become more of an observer so that I may be increasing my awareness of what my energetic state of being is in any given moment. What I'm really giving my attention to, which in turn, what am I giving my power to? Am I? To instead look at it and go, I'm going to choose to give myself grace, because you know what? When you can actually look at and you are aware of these patterns, that's when you take back your power and you can change it. You are always choosing. You get to choose. The power is truly inside you. You can choose to beat yourself up and go, oh, I shouldn't have said that, because right now we have emotions amplified, intensified, energies amplified, intensified. We're starting to snap at each other and go at each other's throats, and I'm right, you're wrong, and blah, 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 this. There's no such thing as separation. And as we increase our awareness and we begin to recognize that, and we begin to be in that space of being the observer of what is this showing me about myself, because you cannot change that which you are unaware. So the simple fact that you can be an observer and become aware of a pattern inside you that is sabotaging you, instantly, you have taken back a chunk of your power, sweetheart. A chunk of your power. Do not let that mean girl beat you up for the learning that you have had to experience in order to gain the depth of understanding from that lesson. This is why being an observer is so important right now. Most important to be an observer of your own self, of your own patterns, and heal those things inside of you. Because you have that power to do so. You do. So I highly encourage each and every one of you to practice, literally practice taking that step back and looking at, pulling the blinders off, because I know how we like to hide from ourselves. I know this very well. Pull those blinders back and reveal yourself unto yourself. And give yourself grace and say, it's okay, baby girl. You're doing the best you can. Let's just look at this as an observer and see where we can start to make small changes so that I begin to get different results than the ones I've been getting, so that I can begin to feel better about myself and my life. Baby steps. Baby steps. Because every single step, no matter how small, is still getting you to where you want to go. That said, you can only really truly ever be where you are right here. And right here and now, as you'll so often hear me say, right here and now is the only space, place, and time wherein you can truly find and connect with, and even thus amplify your power is in the present moment, right here, right now. Staying in the past of going, oh my God, I screwed up. Oh my God, I shouldn't have said that. Oh my goodness, but that's you staying in the past. That's you holding yourself back in that previous experience that you're bringing into this now moment. Instead of going, wait a minute, let me take a step back and actually look at that past experience and ask myself, what is the lesson in this? How can I turn that into an empowerment experience? Because what you look for, and I promise you this so much, what you look for is exactly what you find. So when you want to find strength, when you want to find courage, when you want to find that you're being supported and loved, look for that. When you want to look for the lesson, instead of the punishment, the condemnation, the judgment of yourself, when you want to look for the lesson, look for that. Ask yourself, again, I reiterate, ask yourself, how can I turn this into an empowerment experience? Where is my power in this experience so that I can actually extract that and then integrate it and move forward from here and now stronger, better, and wiser than what I was before? That, dear goddesses, is how you look for and find your power in every moment along your journey. You've got to ask the right questions. And right now, again, it is so imperative that we be aware, mostly aware of ourselves. That said, I invite all of you who are eager and finding it a challenge, an opportunity for growth, finding it challenging, looking for and finding your power in an experience that has happened, that you find yourself stuck in a pattern. I have 30-minute journey clarity calls. They're free. I have opened up more of my hours to make myself available during these times because I do know that this is my purpose here. I never would have imagined all the excruciating things of my past that I endured would lead me to where I am. That my own self-love empowerment journey of finding my light in my own darkness so long ago and expanding it more and more and more as time goes on, I never imagined that that would lead me to where I am today. Truly fulfilling my purpose in this world. So, the Journey Clarity Call is a Zoom call. We jump on video chat, and you get to keep the replay link. I am here for you to help, support, and guide you into and through finding your power in every moment, because I promise you, you can. You can always find your power. You just have to know where to look for it. And that's what I'm here for. So send me a message, comment below. Apologies if you guys have been commenting and I'm not getting any of it. I love Facebook. But comment below. I will see the comments after the live. And those of you who catch the replay, let me know then. And share this video around. Help to empower others so that we are really, truly being the change the world needs to see right now. And I'm sure you do too. All right, so send me a message, drop a comment, and I will get you that link. There is a link in the services section on the page also for you to schedule So go ahead and schedule, and I look forward to chatting with you and helping to guide you into and through finding your power in every moment. Again, my name is Rochelle Richard, self-love empowerment coach, founder and CEO of Empowerment Experiences. And I remind you that your power is and always has been inside you, in your hands. Go create amazing. Namaste.